My name is Joseph Pereira, and I'm the principal timpanist of the LA Philharmonic. 2 years ago, the percussion duo called Maraca 2 contacted me, and they wanted to expand into playing with orchestras, doing big concertos. There was not a lot of music for a double percussion concerto, let alone percussion concertos or timpani concertos in general. So they were looking for a new piece, and they contacted me. At first struggled a bit with putting all of these elements together with percussion, which of course is open-ended. Basically anything you strike can be percussion. We have to remain pretty curious, always search for the right sound, which whatever that means. It's very open-ended, what is the right sound? There are some traditional religious instruments actually used in the percussion, like these Buddhist prayer bowls the percussionists strike, and there's sleigh bells inside, so they swirl them. And then the air sounds often come back, and these kind of rustling sounds in the percussion, and the strings bowing. Instead of bowing this way, sometimes they're bowing this way. To me, it was like, okay, maybe this is an element of like nature. Basically, it's about creating space, whether it's dynamically, physical space, with the soloists kind of starting really in the front of the orchestra, in the corners, and they kind of move. There's a lot of choreography with percussion, also a lot of walking around and changing instruments. They're playing multiple setups, each player. For me, like expanding that threshold and what's actually in that space, and within that space. The curiosity, I guess, from being a musician, percussionist, composer, which ties into that and causes me to always search. I wanted the orchestra to have a strong presence, not just copying or echoing the soloist. Percussion obviously can be very soloistic. It can be extremely soft and delicate, and it can be extremely violent and loud. That's why we're in the back of the orchestra, because the volume, and there's only one of me usually playing timpani. I am very particular about the form, what fits together in the right way, as far as balance. That's really important to me. The build up to that high point is really, I think, the key. With Gustavo, his sense of architecture and shape and pacing is really like unbelievable. To me, that's more important than playing all the right notes in my piece.
We're ready. Let's play.
And the beginning of the piece is the three of us playing the same exact setup. So they each have one timpani in the front of the stage, the furthest upstage corner, right and left. So we get this really spatial effect with the gong on top, and we're all echoing each other. More than whether they like it or not, I hope they feel the tension that I was going for, this sense of anxiety, a little bit of unevenness, and I just hope I can play my part the way I want to.